Today is the feast of Christ the King. This is a Sunday where we think of Jesus not as Redeemer, not as teacher, not as exemplar, not as anything, but as King. And maybe somebody might say, well, King is an outdated term because now we have got presidents, we've got prime ministers, and they're all elected. And I suppose they are right, because for us, the nearest we can have for the word king is dictator. And Jesus is anything but dictator, because a dictator forces his rule. But Jesus offers us freely his gift of kingship. Now, I would say that if we don't understand the term Jesus is king, then we don't understand our own identity. Because in baptism, we were immersed to have a share in the kingly, priestly, and prophetic ministry of Jesus. So in Christ, we are kings. So if we don't think of Christ as king, then how can we think of ourselves as kings and, of course, queens? Jesus is the servant king, the servant leader. He is on the cross not to save himself, but to save us. Jesus offers us redemption by his blood, which means what? So just imagine, that there is a situation where we are enslaved, we are in prison, we are taken hostage, and then comes somebody who defeats our oppressors and sets us free. That is the liberator king. And that's exactly what Jesus is. He liberates us from the forces of evil, which are in the world, which are around us by evil spirits, and which is our own rebellious nature. He is the one that can give us liberation and give us freedom. Jesus is the liberator. And I would suggest that today, in the future, in the near future or the distant future, this feast might be the feast which unites all Christians, whether Catholic, Pentecostal, Baptist, Orthodox, whatever denomination. If you bow your knee to the King Jesus, then you are my brother and my sister in